Here is how to generate your driver settlement under 1 minute without using spreadsheet, this outdated system. That's how you do. Go to CarriersPay, go to CarriersPay.com, and you're gonna log into your dashboard. It's gonna look like this. On this dashboard, you're gonna have a welcome where you can see all your expense, everything that your company is doing. Profit, loss, mileage, everything you see on this dashboard. But what you do when you get here, you go to statement. You click create new. You choose your driver, but if this is your first time, you can just create new driver right here. You click here to create your driver, add the email so you can send those directly to them. Right here, you got to select how much percentage you pay them. But if you not pay them by percentage, if you just pay them by paycheck, I'm gonna show you how to do that again. But right here, you just create your driver. But in this case, I have a driver already, right? I'm just gonna click one of my drivers, and you get here. You click here, you upload your paperwork and let it scan. For example, right here, I'm uploading all this rate confirmation. I have a few receipt here too, but the system is gonna detect all those information. You can even type if you want to. If you want to type something else, if you don't have the rate confirmation, you have just the name, you can just type here too. And let the AI do its work on the background, and you just sitting around, take a cup of coffee, whatever you got to do, just relax and let the system do the job. I say 1 minute. You got to count a minute from the time I start uploading this information, and I'm telling you, it's taking 1 minute to get this information. And please time me and tell me if I'm wrong. It's 1 minute. It takes 1 minute to do this. See, it's done. Right here, just save so you can have your information in the preview. You see, the road confirmation is done. You're done, literally. From here, you can either download, or you can mark it as paid, or you can leave here as a draft if you want to add more information later on, or you can send right away to your driver. Send right now. If you send right now, it's gonna send to whatever email you add on that driver. It's gonna send those information, or you can schedule this statement to go exactly the time you want. For example, let's say today's Thursday, you're paying your driver on Friday. You click Friday, you select the time, and you set as a schedule. When I get that time, you don't need to do nothing. The system is going to send out those statement to your drivers. And right here also, you can go through it, change. You can, for example, right here it says loaded miles. It's not here, it's not saying nothing. You can type those loaded miles, so you don't leave this space empty, because the more information you add here, the more your dashboard is gonna have accurate, because this dashboard is getting all those information from here. I mean, the rest of the app, this software, it gets information from everything that you type here, okay? Because, for example, if I type mileage here, for example, let me just do this. Type mileage here, this is what? Ohio to California. I would assume maybe 2,200 miles, or 22, could be that. You see, you save that. So when you save that, this mileage here is gonna show up on your dashboard, okay? You add almost all the information you need here. For example, here, this is a fuel. It says Wyoming, this is how much was, how many gallon, and this is how much it cost, that fuel, how much that fuel was. This is how much it was, And right here, as I said, this, you can edit this anytime if you want. Let's say you have something you need to type manually, maybe deduction, a driver buy something that you want to pay them back. You can click here in this section, because in this section too, you can add everything you add with AI automatically. On this section, you can add each thing: load, fuel, deduction, mileage, reimbursement. For you guys who has a trucks payment, for example, if you list to this, like the Illinois company, right? They deduct you you got to pay for the truck rental, trailer rental, escrow. You can add all those expenses, ELD, IFTA. You can add all those expense individually here if you want to, to add to that settlement. That's how this system is so powerful. And that's not all. If you have so many drivers, you can turn this on. So you track every driver who you paid, who you didn't pay. You see right here it says pending, which means you haven't paid those driver yet. It just reminds you, so you can go to this market pay if you want to, or you can leave pending if you want to, but it's going to tell you all the driver who you pay, who you didn't pay this week. So you got to select the date that you pay so you can track those information. So right here you have the financial statement. Right here it's a financial statement. So as I said, like everything that's happening here, most of those information they're gonna end up here every time. So to see the change, I just want to make this clear. If you create a settlement here and if it's not paid or send it, this is just a draft. Those information are not gonna be passed on to the rest of the information. On order that all those information, this rate or this settlement information to go to your financial statement, to your IFTA, go to your 1099. In order to happen that, that only happen when you mark paid or you send to your driver. Automatically the system is gonna think that those information are legit and you want to add to your financial statement or everything that you want to add. Those data are real. But if you leave just a draft, it's not gonna add it. And this is a protection, so you don't get a false information. Actually, when you mark paid, that's the system will know that actually this person was paid. So you're gonna add all those information here throughout your dashboard. You know, mileage, all of that is gonna be calculated here. Okay. Now also you can see how much mileage you've been paying, or you make it how much mileage you've been getting paid. Okay. So what's this? That's why it's so important. When you add your information here, you need to add the mileage. For example, here it's all empty. It's not showing the mileage. For this one, I capture 700. I capture those mileage. But if it's not showing the mileage here, empty or load, if you want to have accurate data the way you want it, add all those information here, the mileage. If that's not captured, add the mileage. So the system is gonna, when you mark paid or send to your driver, it's gonna give you exactly how many dollars per mile you've been paid, right? So I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Anyway, so yeah, so right here you have your financial statement. On your financial statement, you have the AI. If you ask AI, you can ask exactly what you want. Let's say like you try to get a loan for your company, or you just like the similar for the end of the year. It says generate your P&L, which is the profit and loss. Generate profit and loss. This year or this month, this year or last quarter, you can choose how to generate here, or you can type on your own words of what you want to see on your driver's statement, or what you want to see on your financial statement, or what you actually look for. You can type something like, hey, how much was, let's say, how much did we make this year? Something like that. Okay, and click generate. Let the system do the job, and you just wait. The system is gonna go through to all your data, all information that you have in your dashboard that you enter, and it's gonna give you those how much that was. So let's the system generate. So now AI is going through to your data, and remember those data is the data that you, when you select your statement is paid, you need to always select this page so you can have all the information. You see here net income, it was 45,000, you know, profit 45,000. That says gross, so it's 300,000. And also you can even ask him monthly if you want to, you know, who do you pay more, you know, like gross pay, the net you pay 14,000 to the driver. From that, total revenue of that driver is that much. You see, so you can see all those details. You can either download or send it or generate again if you want to. But for me, no, I'm not doing none of that. And also you have the network. On network this is the best part of it that I love about this app. On network you have, now you don't have to enter those brokers manually to save them, to have that list. Now the system is doing this for you. Anytime you scan a rate confirmation, it's gonna extract all those information from that drive or that broker, and it's gonna bring here. If it's new, it's gonna add as a new broker. But if you have that broker already, for example, TQ, you say it's this kind of account, you work with this broker for you hold 13 load for that broker, and there's a one agent. This agent is just gonna move as much load you bring it, and you can actually click on, you can click on and you can see more information of those load, how much, when you took it, all those information, you see. Easy. 1099, on the end of the year you can just generate your 1099. All them is still missing information. Probably you need just to add all your information right here to generate that 1099 on in the years, and the system is tracking everything. And the best part of it, as I told you guys, all information you add here, you want to make sure like this settlement, before even you save it or send the driver, it's accurate as possible, so you can get the correct data correct, so you're not missing nothing. For example, right here, as I said, like if you add reimbursement, the reimbursement, anytime you add here reimbursement, those amount you add, they're not gonna be, they will not be sent to your drivers 1099. Is gonna discount because it's a reimbursement, so they don't pay tax twice,